have, I think, 5-minute presentation so we can get to the Q's and A's, the Q's and questions and answers. So we will start as individual with Dr. Sandy McDonald, medical doctor. Could you please give us your presentation, sir?
Madam Chair, Madam Vice Chair, honorable members, we are here today to speak of CCSVI, a serious vascular problem. I am a vascular surgeon. Thank you for the opportunity to address this subcommittee on a matter of great importance and, in my opinion, great urgency. You have the chance to help to put an end to an enormously troubling situation in which thousands of innocent victims of multiple sclerosis are condemned to deterioration of every aspect of their lives and are deprived of a simple procedure available to every other Canadian without a second's thought. Every Canadian, that is, who suffers from a venous anomaly of any organ other than the brain. Every single Canadian is, except those with MS. I am here to ask you to help remove the obstacles which make it impossible for MS sufferers to obtain treatment for CCSVI and make it impossible for doctors to give treatment even as a matter of compassion. I am a cardiovascular surgeon. One day not long ago, my lab suddenly experienced a flood of requests for imaging to diagnose CCSVI. We were receiving and continue to receive 1,000 requests a week for the service. I found news about Dr. Zamboni's research with the diagnosis of CCSVI. We did some research. We started to do the same imaging as requested by the physicians referring the patients. And to our astonishment, we found a large number of cases that had verifiable, diagnosable abnormalities seen in the veins draining the brain and the spinal cord. At first, we found these abnormalities in about 75% of the cases. I realized that this was an abnormality I did not understand. I chose to travel to Italy. I spent several days with Dr. Zamboni and his crew. I acquired training that was required to adequately detect these abnormalities, and I am now sticking to a very rigid protocol designed by Dr. Zamboni to diagnose CCSVI. BVI is now finding abnormalities sufficient to diagnose CCSVI in upwards of 90% of patients with MS referred to us by neurologists. It is too early to say whether CCSVI is actually causing MS. However, it is not too early to say that the logic of such connections is very plausible and makes scientific sense. Indeed, anecdotal evidence today is very compelling. We know that patients with MS have a buildup of iron in deep brain tissue, an area close to draining veins. It is plausible that the compromised venous drainage causes red blood cells laden with iron to leak from the thin-walled veins into brain tissue. As the leaked red blood cells break down, iron is deposited, an immune response follows, nerve damage subsequently develops. The experience of Zamboni and Simca is that virtually all CCSVI sufferers with MS who undergo corrective angioplasty experience some improvement in their symptoms. I have proceeded to refer 6 patients to treatment for angioplasty. All 6 have seen significant improvement, 4 of them dramatic. Angioplasty is a well-known, universally practiced procedure. It is not experimental. Interventional radiologists do it virtually every day. It is very low risk. There is nothing special about venous angioplasty. The angioplasty we speak of with Dr. Zamboni is for jugular and azygous veins. It is a simple 2 to 3 hour outpatient visit done under local anesthesia with minimal risk. I am a cardiovascular surgeon. I fix blood flow. I am in that sense a plumber. When I see a serious plumbing problem, I want to fix it. When I see the whole house is suffering, I want to fix the pipes. I can do that without harming the wiring in any way and do not see why we condemn the family to misery while we wait for an electrician to give his permission. Just this past week, I had to tell a young patient whose young life is being expropriated by MS that I had found a clear obstruction in the blood flow from her brain. I could tell her that technology exists to treat this abnormality quite easily, quite cheaply, and with undue risk, but I had to tell her that this procedure is not available in Canada. She is not the only one. She is one of tens of thousands of MS patients in Canada who simply do not understand how it is possible to justify discriminating against them in this way. They are right not to understand. You should not understand. Unless we put an end to this Kafkaesque and perfectly discriminatory situation where we will predictably see MS sufferers seek diagnosis and treatment elsewhere, MS sufferers will litigate, and a disproportionately large percentage of MS sufferers will commit suicide. Yes, more study is needed. The recently requested $10 million for study by the MS Society is a good start, but just that. It will not help any MS sufferer in the meantime. It is fatally flawed if it does not include a treatment arm for CCSVI. We will only learn the efficacy of treatment with CCSVI if we do the procedure. If this study is done as an excuse to do nothing while we wait for results, then it will harm MS patients. They will simply wait longer for treatment. We cannot tell MS patients just to wait. We must allow MS patients to obtain, and we must keep the door open for doctors to deliver on a compassionate basis, if necessary, correction of CCSVI and MS. If universal health care is not accessible for treating patients with CCSVI and MS, then we must, as a minimum, allow these patients to purchase their services in Canada from qualified physicians. Please report to the Standing Committee on Health and advise the Minister that there are unconscionable, unacceptably discriminatory obstacles in the way of corrective angioplasty for CCSVI sufferers who also happen to be diagnosed with MS. Physicians are sworn to help their patients. Please let me help mine.
Thank you very much, Dr. McDonald. And now we'll go to Dr. Murray, please.
When I was originally asked to come to this committee, I thought the discussion initially was going to be about the need for neurological research in general.
Well, I got to tell you, everybody, all you out there in YouTube land, it's Mackie Rojo, and again, I'm sorry if there are some technical issues that have cropped up again with me, but I do want to get the message out that came about yesterday from the subcommittee meeting in Ottawa that took place in our parliament, that this is not far away, everybody, and you can hear it in the voice of Dr. Sandy McDonald. He's the one, his vascular clinic did my ultrasound back in January, and I'm one of the ones that he's talking about, that yeah, people just have to wait. And how can a doctor, how can any doctor tell their patient, oh sorry, you have to wait? That's basically what I've been told, and many others have been told that have had the ultrasound done up in at the Barrie Vascular Clinic up in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, which has performed this, and you can hear the passion in Dr. McDonald's voice. You don't hear any passion in Dr. Jock Murray's voice, who followed Dr. McDonald, and I'm not giving him any YouTube time. He does not deserve it. Dr. McDonald is the real deal. He's a 2010 doctor. Unlike other doctors that are stuck in 1970, let's get with the times and let's get to 2010. We're almost there, everybody. Let's do it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye now.